slow, let it go, roll down all the windows. Show me yours, I'll show you mine. You don't have to pretend you're shy. Take it slow, let it go. Let's take a trip to uptown. Don't you wish we could be out of sight, out of mind? Take my hand, don't go slow. I'm chasing the afterglow.
Kia ora, everyone. Oh, sorry. Kia ora, everyone. Hopefully you should be able to hear me now. How's everyone going? Hi, Lily, and hello, Threeser. And I just topped up my account with moonstones, so I can get the house. That's why I was a little bit late. I just need to do all that, and my brain at 6:30 in the morning is very slow. So that took me a little bit longer than normal. But that's why the moonstones are selected. So we'll go buy the house. How are you? I'm good. I'm good. Just waking up. Just the whole wake up routine. I should take my medication. Get some mids in me.
Don't you wish we could be out of sight, out of mind? Take my hand, don't go slow. I'm chasing the afterglow. Dance with me, wild as me. Finally got some clarity. Don't you know? All I'll ever really wanna be is a connected high.
There you go. The whole point of the stream has been achieved. So I'll be doing the news later. I'll might need about 5-10 minutes to gather it all together because of Dave Brain. But yeah, Threeser, once you're around, we'll go buy the house. Just let me know. Until then, we have to get into cleanup mode. So we'll have to start cleaning up the valley like we normally do. How are you doing, Lily? Weather's terrible and I don't do well installed. Oh, sorry to hear that. Power gets coming out. Ugh. Yeah, that's not great. Well, we typically don't have that problem down here. Is it loud thunder and lightning, or just like a lot of flashes? Not so much lightning. Thunder. Loud. Oh. Well, put some headphones on. Listen to a guy from New Zealand moan and complain about stuff. There's a solution. Maybe that will help kind of you ignore it. At least for a little bit. Hey, Dana! There's a face I hadn't seen for a little bit. How are you doing? Are you beating me yet? You should be beating me by this point. I'm good. I'm doing good. I just woke up, so I'm just in that morning phase of my life. Oh, I'm definitely tired. Not there yet. I'm gonna check out where are you. I don't know. Alright, hold up. I'm gonna check. Let's check where Dana is. Dana. Alright, let's see how far away you are now. 274 though. 274. I managed to just claw back one. It's gonna be a Well, I hope your morning and day goes. Thank you, and I hope your... What? Wait, you're up really, actually. Have you gotten this bed yet? Wait, what time is it for you? I want to eat, but Luna says no. Oh. I think that's your cat, right? Lily? Your time. Yeah, I'm thinking you haven't gone to bed. Have you been sleeping okay? Okay. Oh, your puppy, sorry. Well, how come you can't? Because puppies are typically pretty good at getting off you. It's cats you have to worry about. Yeah, I haven't streamed most of the week. So, yeah. Yeah, you can easily beat me, Dana. You're good. I'm told. Oh, okay. I thought it seemed familiar though, because someone does talk about the cats in here. Maybe I just got them confused. She is a needy chihuahua. Oh god. Cool. I've never seen a chihuahua in real life. Good morning, Q. Oh, good morning. I don't know, what's the equivalent? Do you have a particular animal or bird that is your national? I don't know. What's your animal equivalent in your country? Do you know? Viking? Hello, my fellow Viking. All right, I'll try and remember that one. We shall see. It's not a case of seeing, Dana. It's gonna happen. You shush. You're very lovely and got a very warming personality. And you're growing very quickly, so... I mean, like, I look at your streams and you get close to over 20 every time. Like, every time I see you, you're over 20. You're the one that's supposed to get all rich and famous. And you give us little guys money because you got so much. That's how it works. I got you. Yeah. You'll be out there. You wouldn't be so popular every time you stream if that was the case, because I don't think you realize you do really well for how long you've actually been streaming for. So. Really, when I stream, I leave if you're kind of off because I get nervous. Yeah, I used to do that, but then I didn't actually get a lot of people, so it never really made me that nervous. Now it is slightly reaching that point because I'm getting upwards of 10 people now nowadays, so it makes me a tad bit nervous. Hey Dave, do you have any tips or tricks for not bugging my game out when delivering quest items or opening memories? The only thing I can tell you, only advice I can give you is with the memories one. So I would say if it does freeze on your memories when you open them, because sometimes the image pops up and it doesn't go away, right? Make sure you leave it a couple of minutes before you shut the game, because otherwise the autosave won't save it. And then you'll lose that memory. That's happened to me once. So that's the only advice I can really give you about that. There's no way to stop it, but there's a way to make the most, to not lose that progress you just made. So I would say every time it bugs out and kind of freezes, give it a couple of minutes. And let the auto save in the background. Because it won't save you on the bug, but it will save your progress. That's a great tip for, like, it's not really solving a problem at all, but it's just it's the best way of making the most out of the situation, I guess. I have to say, I've seen you up there. Nah, I haven't been up there. I haven't been up there. I think it's because I've spent most of the time... Like, it's only been this month that I've really hit above 10 consistently, so... And I don't suspect it's going to last, though. It's going to be a very temporary thing. But I'm okay with it. I don't really do this for that. It's more of an added bonus in my eyes. Isn't it? Let me see. There was a point. I'm gonna check quick to check the stats. So I haven't looked at it for a while. I'm very much a numbers person. That's what I do in my real life. Where is it? All right, let's quickly check. I'm gonna actually get into a bit of angle though. Let me see here. Let me expand this all the way back to November. So before the 15th of May, my highest average on one stream was 5.2. No, 5.5, sorry. And then ever since the 15th of May, I like transparency, so I'm not going to hide any of this crap. Let me go like that. Can I hide that? There you go. So this is basically how I've gone since, looks like since May. I don't know if you can see that very well. So that's the graph. So something happened on the 15th of May. People would actually find me, but kind of look at that as like something happened. What changed in May? No, update day was June. It was this month. So something happened. Oh yeah, I saw those cocktails on your Discord, Dana. I'm very tempted to make them. But yeah, I was kind of consistently sitting around about here. And then something happened right here. Probably Dana found me. And then, yeah, it's been up ever since. I'm not expecting this to last. I'm expecting this to go down, but... yeah, something happened. Anyway, we'll switch back. Right, I'd love to see you make one. I mean, keep in mind I used to own a bar, so I could. I think the problem is I have to buy all the ingredients. I don't really have a lot of stock here. We're very much a drink it while we've got it, and that's why we've always run out of whiskey. I don't think you're allowed to make live cocktails live. I don't think that's... I don't know if that's allowed or not. That's part of the pain, yes. Part of the pain is drinking it. And not being able to save it. Eventually, you know, you want to be rich enough to, like, constantly be able to, like, just buy them and you're not drinking them as much, but... Discord bar, yeah. It may not. Yeah, I don't know whether actually that's allowed. I mean, people... Yeah, but smoking is a little bit different. You're not actively telling people how to create a cigarette, right? But... you'll be... because you're allowed to drink on here. You're allowed to smoke in here. But I don't know if you're actively allowed to tell people how to put them all together. You're allowed to drink on stream too, as long as you're not getting wasted. Yeah, like the rule of thumb is that you're allowed to do it if it's legal in your country. So I have to check whether it's legal to make a drink. I don't know. I mean, smoking weed used to be illegal on stream. Yeah, it used to be illegal on stream until it was legal in countries, because that's how they kind of do it. If it's legal somewhere, well, in your particular location. If I smoke weed now, I'll get in trouble because it's not legal in my country. Oh, hey, Yasmin. I've seen so many people. Yeah, I mean, people are still doing it. It doesn't necessarily mean that they wouldn't get banned if they actually needed to. Yeah, you're allowed to drink, right? You're allowed to drink, you're allowed to smoke as long as it's legal in your country. But I think it's a little bit different if whether you can actually actively mix spirits on camera. That's when it gets a bit fuzzy, is like whether that's allowed or not. And you may not think it's like any different. It is a little bit different. Because you're basically giving people the instruction manual how to make more potent drinks. And that's when people start to get a bit iffy. It's not a case of a beer. If someone sees someone drinking a beer, they're not going, oh, now I know how to drink a beer. No. They don't know what kind of beer it is. There's no way to prove the alcohol strength. But when you mix a spirit, it's a little bit different. Because you're telling people exactly how to brew it. And how potent it was actually going to be. Right, it's like you're not allowed to use channel to point to be. Yeah, exactly. You're not allowed to advertise alcohol either. So I'm not saying it's definitely illegal. It's just there's enough stupid rules out there that it could be illegal. There isn't much. I saw one person. I'm not sure if like, yeah, exactly. And I think that would suck to get banned for something you could easily prevent as well. I don't mind getting banned. It's just getting banned for a stupid reason is what I'm worried about. I want to get banned for a good reason. I don't want to get banned for, like, mixing drinks on camera. So I will have to just double check anyway. Yeah. If I'm gonna go out, I'm gonna go out in a blaze of glory. None of this, like, half-assed people just did it for the sake of banning me deal. Yeah, definitely TikTok, and even YouTube you can. YouTube you can. Because there's the something bartender, there's this guy who I've been watching for a few years who just mixes drinks and stuff. So you can do it. It's just, I don't know whether on a live streaming service it's allowed. It'll be allowed on Kick. I'll be able to do it on Kick. Maybe I'll do it live on Kick. It's only because Kick doesn't care. Alright, that's all done. Go to the beach. You would learn drinks there. Yeah. YouTube is actually what happened to... Ah, nice. Well, I mean, it is the easiest way, and especially how... you know, a lot of drinks have the same name nowadays, because there's just too many variants now. There's a lot of crossover, so being able to Google something and go, how do you make this? Oh, that's like a... You know, this kind of cocktail or something like that. Just, it helps you tremendously. So, like, inventing your own drink is actually very hard nowadays. There's always... There's a good chance it's already been made up. If we're going to be completely honest. Unless you make your own product. Like, the only way you could make your own drink is to make your own, like... thing to mix it with. It's very hard because I feel like it's already made up somewhere. Yeah, agreed, yeah. And especially, like, you go out to a bar and you're like, I've had this as well, like, someone's asked for you, like, someone comes up to you and goes, "Oi, make me a drink," and you're like, what? It's like, yeah, I want you to invent me a drink right now, and you're like, fuck. Like, there's no, that's impossible. I'm gonna just make you this with a slight variation. And hope you don't realize that it's just this drink with an added twist. No, Threes, I was waiting for you to speak up so I could actually do it with you watching. So I didn't want to, because I know it's your supervisor day, so I didn't want you to, I want you to actually be able to watch it. The Stacey Roy, a partnered streamer, does drink make on stream, no problem. I couldn't find anything again in the term service either, so I think you're good to go. Okay. Well, now I have to find which drink one I can afford to make, and then go get the parts. Really, we could do that on my leave. So I've got some days of leave coming up, and I'm planning on doing like some 6-hour streams, 5-hour streams. I don't know if I'll do that during my morning stream. I might do it during my evening stream. But we'll see how it goes. Oh no, yeah, you said friendo right at the beginning. I saw that, and then I said, hey, 3Z, if you wanted me to buy, just speak up, and then we'll get it. And I didn't hear anything, so I just wanted you to be able to see it. I didn't want you to be away from the camera. So do you want me to do it right now? Yes, yeah. And Dana, you have to. I don't have a lot of the equipment here, so I don't want any judgment from you. Because yes, I did some bartending, but to be fair, I wasn't very good at it, so I didn't do it for very long. I may have owned the bar. I didn't actually work there a lot. I was there long enough to know a few things. So I'm sorry I didn't hear that one. Yeah, you might have been just doing, and that's why I wanted to wait. That's why I wanted to wait. But we can do it now. Let's do it now. Let's go put down the new house. Alright, I'll head towards the plateau because I don't want to put the plateau there. Listen, I'm definitely not a cocktail specialist. I make basic drinks. But I mean, you're looking at it like that's not how you do it, but we can do it. I have to figure out which one to do though. We're not making a Tinkerbell though. I'm throwing this rule out right now. There's not going to be any Tinkerbell related drinks. I'm sorry, but she's entered the vein of just being as hated as Minnie now, for me. And you've all got yourselves to blame, to be honest, on this one. You all have done this. No Tinkerbell, exactly. You all got yourselves to blame. You kept on going on and on about how Tinkerbell was coming to the game, and I told you it wasn't. And then you all got mad, and yeah, no. It goes Minnie and then Tinkerbell, the most hated characters in this game for me, even though Tinkerbell's not even a character in the game. That's how hated she is. She's managed to get second place and not even in the game. That's impressive. Alright, I'm trying to figure out where this one is. The white. My drain is. Oh, am I missing this? Something's not right. My brain is not working. That. Something's not right here. What's not right? This is taking me far too long to figure out. Something's... I've doubled up something, and I can't figure out what. That's there. Alright, ready for me to get it. Alright, give me 2 seconds of just trying to figure this out. Donald is mine. I know you love her, Dana. But, I mean, Donald's my spirit animal. Tinkerbell's gonna be such a brat if she comes. Oh, that's gonna be hell. I don't. It's gonna suck because not only will that be very annoying for me, everyone will like the minute Tinkerbell's released, will be just waiting for me to like do it and like unlock her, and it's just got to be a bad time. It's just gonna be a bad time for me. I've doubled up something and I can't figure out what. That's that. That's that. That's that. Maybe I haven't doubled up anything. Why can't I? Huh. Oh, I know what I've done. There's 2 squids. How did I not pick that up? Oh, you muppet, Dave. You're a muppet. Oh, that took me way too much. Just add Cinderella, dang it. Yeah, I mean, Cinderella... I mean... The thing is that if you go look on the trailers, it's too early for me. If you look at the trailers, there is Cinderella, there is Sully, there is Vanellope. Those characters we have seen in the trailer animated and acting. And moving around and stuff. So we know we're going to get at least those 3 characters. And they have said they're going to be introducing free characters after they go to free to play and after the first update. So it's yeah, and Belle and Rick and Ralph from Wreck-It Ralph. We've actually seen them in game moving around. It seems a bit weird for a year they've sat on that. For a whole year they've sat on those characters. So it'd be very surprising if they're not good to go yet. All right, so let's get the sweet house. So this is a huge thank you to Threesa last night. She did donate, or about 6.5 hours ago. She did donate $25 just so I could buy this. So I'm buying it. So thank you, Threesa. It's very, very kind of you. Yay! All right, so let's place the house. Now it goes here, and I was thinking just until we get Vanellope that we could actually put it over here. So I'm thinking about like right here. It's extremely generous. It's extremely generous because I wasn't going to buy it because I had reached my point with my budget, and I just couldn't afford it, and I wasn't going to do it. And had bought every item so far, but I just couldn't keep on shelling out $30 every week towards the game, really. So, ooh. That's very much appreciated. So let's just make some room. Yeah, the price of everything is very, very crazy. There we go. Oh, whoa, that's a big... Oh, it's big. Okay, it's big. Huh, that's what she said. Grow up, Dave. Grow up! Alright, so that's a little bit too big. That's what she said. And... Dave, I can believe I'm growing and I can do... No, you can, but I'm also going to protest. Because you've already given me, like, I think it's like $125 now in New Zealand, which is insane. So I'm going to protest because there's no need to do that. I mean, my channel's not monetized in any other fashion, so that's pretty much the only way I'm going to get anything from this channel, to be able to do stuff like this. So I really shouldn't complain too much. Alright, it needs to be a little bit bigger. Because, I mean, how else can I, like, upgrade my computer and do X, Y, Z? And I should just get over myself and be okay with it. But, because it happens so rarely, I'm not going to be okay with it yet. I'm going to piss and moan about it. Alright, move it over. I don't know if I like it there. They're kind of in the way of the path. You could not go without a candy house. Fair enough. Fair enough. I mean, I could add it to the hub over here. It feels a bit out of place, so yeah, I'll put it here. Because like, I want to put the houses if it does match a particular vibe or residence. I kind of want to put it with them. Not really fitting. How can I do it? Alright, we're going to have to move things a little bit. That's what she said. Yeah. I didn't used to like the phrase, "that's what she said," until I watched The Office. And then it started to become funny again. It was one of those things that it stopped being funny, and then I watched The Office, and then it started being funny for me again. To a point that I say it way too much, that I even say it to things that don't make any sense. Because I'm a child. Yeah, it went from childish to actually funny again. And I don't, like... Yeah, it was a weird kind of transition that it did. Did it? Yes, I did. So it's all installed, and that's why I can actually go into edit mode and do this without it freezing up. And also, it is currently in ultra high mode. Well, it's in ultra mode. So yes, I did. So I've installed the new RAM. I've installed the new motherboard. It's actually working on. It's on wireless now. If I wanted it on wireless, I can have it wireless. And yeah, the new CPU there. Obviously, I chucked in a lot of my own money just to upgrade to get it to really the specs I want. But yeah, it's all done. Also means I'll probably be streaming past November now. Did I hook up the fan yet? Yes, I did. I hooked up the fan. I haven't put the cover back on yet. I get paranoid about putting the cover on. I'm worried about overheating. Do I need stuff? Oh, I shouldn't. I'm going to say no, because I'm worried about what you'll give me. So let's say no. I think we're actually all good with it. Just because I'm a nerd. Things I would, like, me and my girlfriend were going to try and work towards spending something on electronics and stuff. Because whatever part I upgrade now, I pass on to her. So if I upgrade my GPU, so my graphics card, she'll get my old one. So it's an upgrade for her too. Just because she wants to do it that way. She wants my hand-me-downs, but only because it makes her ones a lot better. Only because, okay, if you're generally curious, I think we're all good. I think the GPU is pretty weak still in terms of what am I doing here? Yeah, the GPU is still a little bit weak, so probably upgrading my GPU. Hard drives, I probably want to upgrade as well, because I've just got 1 or 2 terabytes scattered. I kind of want to consolidate them all into more one big one, just to help with the power. Probably upgrading the power supply. I mean, everything's workable right now. It's not bad. It's just little things to future-proof it. I'll probably want to upgrade, so So little things like that. But overall, I think it's actually pretty good. It's running pretty well. Running pretty well. My editing now that I can do in Adobe, it's so much faster. It's so much faster. I love it. I'm glad it's working. Oh, thank you. Thanks to you. And much thanks to you. It pretty much gave me the push to upgrade it. I mean, obviously all the donations didn't cover, you know, the total price of upgrades. I chucked in my own money because I had been saving for it. But pretty much your donation kind of pushed it over the edge and managed me to go for it. But yeah, I'm very happy with it. Very happy with it. I think I ended up spending close to $1,000 on New Zealand, that is. Which is like, it will be like $600 American translated, maybe even 700. Exchange rates are messy to work out sometimes. So we'll probably have to redo, or actually have a rethink about Vanellope's little spot. Because if you use the candy house and you put Vanellope in there, it's not going to be enough room. So I think during the summer update, we might have to rejig a bunch of stuff here. I feel like Enchanter is going to have to take the bullet here. But for now, we'll keep it the way it is. Glad. I'm very appreciated, and it does help the idea also of us making sure we don't go affiliate, because the only reason I wanted to do it is to upgrade my PC. That's the only reason I want to do it, and now that I don't really need to, I literally have no reason to turn on ads for my channel or anything like that. So there'll be a lot of people very, very happy. I wasn't going to do it anyway, but I mean, if someone asked me what would be one of the benefits, I would have said that. No affiliate? No. Technically, I qualified for being affiliate, but no, I won't be going affiliate. Because like, I don't like ads. And like the $5 a month that I'll get for being affiliate is not worth people just being annoyed by ads. Like, it's not worth it to me. So no, I won't be doing it. Whatever you're happy with, I'm happy for you. Because at this point, at this point I can definitely get it. But I've talked to people in the Discord and what people would want. The consensus seems to be like, no ads. They don't want ads. And there is not really much of a benefit for me to put ads on the channel. Like, I'll probably end up getting, what, $5 a month? Maybe a little bit more. Is that really worth being constantly hounded? Or people just getting annoyed? I mean, we also have alternative as well. Like, if we get to 1,000 subscribers on YouTube, we can switch on those ads. And on Kick, if I get to 75 followers, people can get. I don't think ads turn on, because I think you have more control in Kick of what ads are showing, but you can turn on subs and stuff, but it won't show ads or something like that. So I mean, there are, we do have other options if we want, if we did want to go down that route. So this isn't the best setup, but this is going to be the setup until Vanellope comes. So that's the way I see it. I've got alternatives if people want to go down that route. And obviously we can't do that right now, but eventually we could. So, if you want subs, go to Kick. And help me get to 75. But it is a bit weird of you wanting me to get to 75 just to give me money. When you don't need to. So just enjoy it. That's fair. We make crap off ads. Exactly. I mean, there's no point. YouTube lowered it to 500 to get monetized. They lowered it for you to get monetized. They didn't lower it for my country to get monetized. Unfortunately, the 1,000 restriction hasn't rolled out to New Zealand, so it's still. Oh, sorry, the 500 restriction. Well, the 1,000 going from 1,000 to 500 hasn't been lowered in my country. Yeah, it is weird. I mean, most likely it's a trial and they're going to see how it goes, but yeah, it's not in my country yet. You could look it up. If you look it up, you'll notice that it's fairly odd what areas they're actually saying it applies to. Well, there you go, Threezer. There's the Vanellope section with the candy house. And for now, that's what we're going to sit at. Notice it doesn't have a border or anything, so there's a lot of open plan at the moment, because I'm just going to have to tear it down again. But we have to have a think about where we're going to put it. And I feel like Enchanter is going to take the bullet. I know it's in Kanto, by the way. I call it Enchanto because I'm a weirdo. I could do it here. I could place it here. It does look cool though. Let's go. Alright, what's the next activity for today, Dave? Let's clear out the Christmas land. I wish you could rename the biomes. Same way you can rename, like, your rooms. Because I keep forgetting what I call each biome. Can't remember what I called this, Christmas Town or Christmasville or Christmas whatever. I just know it's my Christmas biome. Oh, also on Kick we have emotes as well. So that's one of the benefits of Kick. Or you wanted me to ask me... I wanted to ask... Thou? Do you mean The Last of Us? Do you know of any of the biomes we will be getting soon? Do you mean that little hint that we got at the end of the story with Jafar laughing evilly? Okay. No, because that's pretty much all the information we have. And that's not really confirmation that we're getting biomes. The only thing that we know is that image, and if you go back to the original roadmap, the roadmap that we were showing earlier, and I'll see if I can quickly find it. There we go. Update images. Let me see. Where's the roadmap? Because I think everyone might be going down the wrong rabbit hole here. Is it this one? Yeah, that's what I want. Give me a sec. Hey, Mr. Tanker. Mr. Tanker, we see we've got more new emojis if you want to play around with them. Let me add. Let's see if I can. I'm trying to find. Yeah. Image. See, this is why I need a Steam Deck, because I swear these things are a little bit easier. swear these are a bit easier if I'm able to do this nicely. Alright. How about this? Alright, so I'm going to show this. Hold up. There we go. So remember this. Remember this image that we got. Now, on it, I'll just center it a little bit. On the image, you notice it says New Frontiers on it. It says New Frontiers. So, I don't think we're getting new biomes. I think we're getting new locations to visit. I think that's what the New Frontiers thing was about. It's the same way that you can go on that boat that's in Dazzle Beach and travel to a new location. So I don't know if we're getting new biomes. I think that's what the New Frontiers thing is. So that's my theory. It doesn't necessarily mean it's right, but that's the first time they've used that phrasing. Yeah, multiplayer is something that they will be implementing. It's just a question of how they're going to be doing it. Hi, Nettie. Good morning. Alright, I'll switch back over here. But yeah, that's my theory of the whole thing. Yeah, Mr. Tanker, we've got these emojis. I'm going to post them. Twitch won't be able to see this, but... Oops, sorry. And then that one. I think I just flooded the chat. There you go, there's that one. There we go, and then there's this one. There you go, those are the emojis that we've got now. I thought you'd enjoy that. Alright, we'll move that over here, and let's readjust. Here we go. Cool. Anyway, let's go back to collecting. Multiplayer, I can't wait, but I don't get how we're all based on the same word story. Yeah, that's what's a little bit confusing. Of how they're going to implement multiplayer, and how it's actually going to be enjoyable. I mean, you got the obvious, right? You've got the obvious of being able to go to other people's villages and check them out, which is cool. And if you notice on the settings here, if you go to help and you got your user ID, you've already got a unique user ID that people will be able to type in, and you'll be able to view it. So you've got your unique code there. So you've got that, but I hope they do something a little bit different. I like to think they'll maybe able to do a guilds or a club thing. I would think if they could take a spin on Mickey Mouse Club, and that you can create your own clubs with your own people to join, and you have weekly challenges that you work towards, whether it's donating an item, whether it's doing a particular task. So if we think about Dreamlight here, it could be a particular duty that you're working towards. So there could be a section up here under Dreamlight, or it could be under something that can work towards it, and the team needs to plant X amount of items, similar to what the community goals were that unlock certain items. And so you have a weekly kind of goal that you go and you unlock a special item, and that's just on rotation. Outside of that, it would be good to be able to have a level up system for your club, and the more levels you get, and eventually they could have a way to do a communal kind of location that you all could go to at once and share and donate items towards it. So if you build an item, you can donate something to the clubhouse, and maybe there's a role kind of ranking system that you can give the ability for people to edit that clubhouse, like a moderator kind of deal. And you could eventually evolve it to, I don't know, this is a long shot, but you could even do little races, like you could do surfing races against other clubs or something like that. Just an idea, but they really could add a weird competitive element towards it. without breaking the immersive kind of idea of it all. So I don't know if they'll go down that route, but they really need to start thinking about how to give this game some few more legs between updates. Because right now, they chuck down an update, everyone kind of smashes out the content, and then we wait. It'd be cool to be able to throw in a little bit more towards that. Because this game definitely has the bones to be something great, and I get the monetization of it, and they're in the business of making money, yada yada yada. But they're going to make more money if more people play the game. If people aren't playing on Twitch, if people aren't advertising essentially the game for them, they're not gonna make much. And they're gonna hit their cap and then give up. And this isn't one of those games that they should give up on. I think this game could last for a very long time. And the characters they can use, I mean, I haven't even scratched the surface of how the characters they could use. No, I think they will have to introduce new biomes to be able to handle all the new characters, or all the characters they do introduce. So I do think they eventually will get new biomes. But I reckon they need to focus on the community right now, because they've lost a lot of good graces due to the monetization. Considering it's a pay to play game at the moment, you have to pay for it to play it. And they're charging an arm and a leg for the cosmetics. They need to get some goodwill back. And to get the goodwill, is start thinking about the community. How do you enhance the community feel? How do we keep the game having legs between the two updates? The answer is easy. It's just the implementation is hard. And I'm no game developer. I don't know how easy that would be to put in, but there's a reason why some games like RuneScape have stuck around for so long, and it's not because of the game. It's because of the community and the vibe and aggression that you feel. They could easily do that here. There's a reason why Animal Crossing has lasted as long as it has. And this game has enough characters. I mean, it's graphically beautiful, so you can see this game lasting for a good amount of time. And they have publicly stated they are planning, and this is before the success of the game, you know, several years of support for this game. So it's not going away, at least in the next year or two. And with the money they have gained from the game, they're probably going to make it last even longer. But they should start thinking about a 5-10 year plan for this game, because it can last that long if they nurture that community. Because once this is free to play, the floodgates will open of the player base. Think about how popular it is now, and that's with people actually needing to pay for it. Hey, Callie, how you doing? Happy Thursday. Yeah, happy Thursday to you. Well, it's my Friday. It's 7:30 Friday my time at the moment. Happy to see you on. Haven't been watching many streams, so mentally and physically. Oh, absolutely fine, Callie. You never need to apologize for missing a stream. I completely get it, and time zones suck. So you never need to be sorry. Be missed, but not sorry. Never be sorry. I don't want anyone being sorry around here. Knock it off. You should be sorry for being sorry, Callie. No, that might be undue pressure. No. I realize you might not take that as the joke that was intended. I'm sorry. God, shut up, Dave. Sometimes I should just shut. What was that on the mod chat? I don't know. That was just a random thing I saw in the chat that was posted at 2 PM my time, which I wasn't streaming. I was at work. And someone asked you to delete a message for some reason, and I don't really understand why. So that's why I posted that, just so I would remember to ask you about it, because it was very confusing. It was your friend. Ah, okay. Yeah, I'm not sure why he asked you to delete it. He didn't really say anything offensive, so it's all good. All good. Yeah, health comes first. And you're more than welcome to just need a lurk or just zone out for a bit. So the whole point of this is just to chill. To chill and drink coffee, at least in the morning. And to listen to a New Zealander go on and on about stuff that really doesn't matter. I mean, this is just a game. Let's be honest. But I do want to do that idea of reviewing Dreamlight Valley videos people post out, because we're entering that time between updates that not a lot is going on. And I think that's why the Moonstone controversy is really blowing up to how it is. It's legitimately, you know, a problem. But because we don't really have anything else to talk about, I think that's why the Moonstone problem has really kind of taken off. Because everyone knows this is how gaming is nowadays. It doesn't make it good. It doesn't make it okay. But it's not really a surprise. We don't really have anything else going. It's all that matters. Yes, Dana. Yes. Well, to me, apparently. But, yeah, we're entering that time where people are going to be... I need to dump that, actually. They're going to be making videos about every little nugget, every little controversy that Dreamlight Valley has. Because we don't have anything else to talk about. We typically go through like a bit of a sync when it comes to information between now and I would give it about 3 weeks. So it's going to be quite interesting. And that's how we ended up with the crazy Tinkerbell theories, is because of periods like this. So it does matter. This is how we get crazy Tinkerbell theories, people. How's the weather? I hear it's meant to be raining. It's too dark to tell. But it looks cloudy. It looks cloudy, so... So I would say yes, it's probably raining. You know, I hate the Moonstone aspect. Like, I know the game is supposed to be free, but it isn't free and people pay money for it. And, like, buy $20 of Moonstones, barely get... Yeah, I do agree with the current pricing of the items is completely ridiculous considering we pay for it. I'm okay with them doing pricing. I'm not okay with them charging as much as it is until it's free to play. Okay, if I was going to be honest, there's two things that I think they need to change when it comes to their pricing. One, obviously make things a hell of a lot cheaper. Now, I do agree with the idea of they're testing the waters for it, and it is the first items of their kind to put on the shop. For instance, they don't do a lot of pets on their shop, and it was the first time last week that they did the skins for the items, for your tools, and also for a character. It was the first time they did that. Testing waters, completely understand. But they should definitely not be charging so much for it. Absolutely fine to raise the prices once it's free. Or you could even go, if you're paid for the game, you get a slight discount on future premium items. That would be a good aspect too. You get like a, I don't know, special notification on your account. Or a special, you know, something's ticked off in your account and things are a little bit cheaper. You got the most cutest, yeah, so you got the citrus turtle, which I had to get because I love turtles. As you know, I've got turtles. See, there's always a turtle close to me. There's another turtle up there. See, I got turtles everywhere. And I got Ninja Turtles back there. So I like turtles. I just threw them down and nothing. But I get them testing the waters, and I get the only way to stop them from doing that is to not buy the items. But it's so goddamn hard because you've collected so much so far. Like, especially like someone like me who's been playing since launch. And look at the collection I have when it comes to clothing items and furniture sets. You know, I'm pretty high up there. I've got a frog too. Where's my frog? I got it from America. So I get that. And to be fair, this is their first kind of game of this kind of nature. Most of the time they do mobile games or game's a lot less meaty, you could say, towards it. So it could be the fact of that they're applying the same brush to this game that they had done previously, and that wouldn't have come from them. That call wouldn't have not come from the developers. It would have come with the higher ups, with the ones counting the dollars in the sense. And I think what they could do now is like, all right, we've put this out. This is the problems that it's caused. We're getting a lot of money for it. Let's justify reducing the prices, because they're probably, hopefully, and I didn't really contribute towards this at all. They're seeing a reduction of people buying stuff. And if they can say, hey, this game is not going to work using the same model that we've been using for our other games, that's going to cause real change. And believe it or not, the only way to do it is the power of the people. Just don't buy the items, or speak up about it, or do something about it. Because they're going to lose a lot of goodwill, and they already have lost a lot of goodwill. I think they lost a bit of goodwill between the last update and this update. I think this update, they built up to be bigger than it was in a lot of people's eyes. I have no problem with it. I think the story was great, and I think a lot of the different locations that we went to was more than normal. But I'm just one person. Looking online and looking at what people were saying, I think people were very, oh, that was alright, kind of feeling about the recent update. So it wasn't as big and spectacular as people hoped for. I like the ending. I like the ending of the story. I think it, for me personally, it hit very close to home. And to be honest, it's a very mature take on that story. And you don't see that very often. So I do give Dreamlight a lot of credit. And I personally would want to check in with the person who wrote the story to make sure they're okay. I don't think no one's actually said that yet. But has anyone actually checked in on the person who wrote the story and to make sure they're going well? There's like a lot of silence in that particular area, but so I like the story. I think bug fixes is definitely there should be their main focus. And to be honest, every 2 weeks they should be sending out a hotfix to get that goodwill back, because they didn't release any hotfix between update 4 and 5. I couldn't finish one of my quests until update 5. That was the alien quest, which they knew the fix. They had broadcasted what the fix was, and they didn't do it. And they had always released a hotfix between the patches, and they didn't this time. So it feels like since update 4, things have started to change in the negative way. Before update 4, they had really good communication with the community. They would really respond to community feedback. A good example is when the shop was first launched, they did the similar thing. They charged too much for it. They ended up giving refunds to people. You got a few extra moonstones for people that actually did buy stuff. That was good. But it feels like when they did the community, you know, that community activity they had with you plant an X amount of attractions and an X amount of garbage cans or whatever after update 4? The prizes we got from that were very subpar. It was just more of the same. But everyone was holding out for that 5th one. So that last mystery gift to be like really, really cool. And to really change it. And it ended up just being that little teapot. I think I've got it here. Hold up. See if I can find it. It's under Disney. Yeah, it ended up just being this. Ended up being this little teapot. Which, you know what's annoying about this little teapot? And it's really, for some reason, bugs me a lot more than it should. This teapot is just a small version of that teapot. It's exactly the same model. The only difference is steam's coming out of it. I think. Look, they can't even get the. Look at that. Look at that little white square over it too. They can't even get. That's not even right. But it's literally the same thing. So they build up this huge thing after this massive update with all these attractions here, which are, to be honest, cool models. Cool models, but they go, alright, we're going to give you a mystery present. A mystery gift if we can place enough of these things or enough attractions down. I don't think anyone would have picked... If you said, what would you want? They would have said, another attraction. Another amusement thing. I don't think any of them said a mini version of that teapot. And I think it feels like that was the point. Ever since then, they've been losing credibility. And losing a bit of reputation with the community. And it's gone downhill since. And they haven't done anything to rein it in. Pride Week was good. Offering all those t-shirts were good. Seems a bit weird that, you know, you had to redeem each one of them separately. I don't know why they didn't just give them all at once. But I get that, because some people may have an issue with certain sexualities. I don't know. Which is kind of ridiculous, but, you know. That's another story for another time. But yeah, it feels like ever since that teapot debacle, things just haven't been right. And I'm worried. I think they're not riding the ship. So I don't know. That's just a Dave theory. And I think it feels like they're just going through the motions now. They're not doing anything that's getting back their credibility. I don't know. Let me know if anyone else feels that way. I'm just kind of rambling now. Anyway, we're going to start finishing off the Pixar area. So I'm going to start popping things down. So basically what we're going to be doing is just fleshing out this area. Just really making it very Pixar-esque. I'll hide a little raccoon around there. I like that idea. Oh, I've got all the stuff here. Oh, I can't get it. Oh, can I? I could go around. I'm going to hide a little raccoon around that corner. There you go. I agree. I also don't like they barely fix the glitches people are experiencing. Yeah, that's bothered me. Normally I was okay with it because after every update, about 2 or 3 weeks after the update, before update 4, they would release a hotfix. And you can check on their website for that frequency. But for some reason between update 4 and update 5, they didn't put a hotfix. And what, we're now 3-4 weeks after the last update? Still nothing. Not even a hint at it. They did mention the bugs. They acknowledged the bugs on their Discord, which is good. You know, at least they're saying, yep, we know we've got these problems happening and we're working on fixing them. That's good. I don't know. It just feels like something's changed. And I can't work out whether they've changed in the sense of they are focusing on something big, or have they changed because something's happened. Something's happened to kind of throw everything off. Actually, I'm going to put the leather couch back here, because I kind of did like having a little leather couch here. Right, they know about them. Yeah, they know about them. I think what's the big issue, ultimately, is we don't really know what's going on. We know the roadmap. Yay. We know the roadmap. But there was a lot of odd things. They need a Q&A. They're well overdue for a really good Q&A. And Speedstorm is really good at doing this. So Speedstorm actually does Q&As quite regularly. And they're doing another one soon with their Season 2. And they're with Gameloft as well. So it's not like an unheard concept within Gameloft. But they really need to do a Q&A and kind of give people a good idea of how things are going, what to expect, because everyone's referring to old material now. A lot of people refer to the interview they made back in January. How has it gone? Has it stuck to plan? We're now 6 months into the year. The plan was for early access for a year in September. Is it going free to play? Is it? I mean, the plan was for a year. September matches up with update 6, which they've said. Why is then another question is, why is the update in September update 6, but the one in the summer called the summer update? Why are those two updates different? Should we be expecting less content in the summer update? And then the next question is, why would we receive less, and why is the gap so much bigger between the two updates than previously? Previously it's about 6 to 2 months. This is a 3-month gap between update 5 and update 6. We've got the summer update there, and a lot of people are saying, yeah, we are getting update, we're getting the summer update, but I keep on going back to the whole, why are they calling it a summer update instead of update 6? Alright, there's my little Monsters Inc. little section. I want to make little sections like this to honor characters that aren't in the game yet. I believe it's free to play with Game Pass. That is true, but that's only because they came up with a deal with Microsoft. They did say it's going to be free to play for everybody eventually. Just the same thing as Speedstorm. And that's why they're calling this early access. And technically, it's not really free with Game Pass. You're paying for Game Pass. All the games on there you're paying for. You're not getting in the games for free. It's just included in Game Pass. I think that's why sometimes I laugh. People say, oh, it's free with Game Pass. It's like, is it though? I mean, you have to pay for Game Pass. And that's not having a go at you, by the way, Callie. It's just more of a kind of... I find that quite funny, as people see it as free. But in reality, it's not actually free, is it? Same, you're the same when people... Yeah. I find that just funny. I think that's the trap, though. Isn't that the... That is probably deliberate, right? It's probably deliberately done that way. To make you feel like it's free. We're all being manipulated. All a con. I don't... If it's only 2 items, I feel like it doesn't justify having a section. Let's move... Oh, let's put that. That's true. Yeah, you do have to pay for it. So I think that's how it feels, though. I think people look at Game Pass and think, well, if something's coming to Game Pass, they're like, oh, free game. No. No. If it was a free game, you'd get the game, and it will never go away. It goes away. And there's nothing... I think the reason why I think it's important to make sure you have the distinction is because I think they want you to think it's free. They want you to feel like it's a free thing, because then you'll keep on paying for it. And that's how we lose people. That's how people get away with monetization, is if we don't piss and moan about pointless things. And the price of Game Pass, is it? I didn't realize it was. Hopefully it's, I don't know if it's increasing here. That's what I think about it. It's not actually free, yeah. And I think, and there's nothing wrong with pointing it out. There's nothing wrong with pissing and moaning about things that are costing us money, because literally bloody well everything is costing us money now. Like this game, about 10-15 years ago, you would have been able to just pay one fee and that was it. There was none of this microtransaction stuff. And that's why I'm a big fan of Timberborn, and I mentioned this before. I love Timberborn. So Timberborn is a colony sim where you basically have a colony of beavers, and you breed these beavers and make a big city with just beavers and make dams and stuff like that. You don't need to pay anything else after they've released it. There's no cosmetics. They've released it. They're continually, and they're releasing more updates now. Indie game, I think indie developers are saving gaming. Weirdly, if you look at some of the games they release and the free updates they give, they're showing people what they're basically showing the big fellas what people want. But the problem is the big fellas want like money, and the indie developers are showing everyone that people don't like paying for things a lot. And so the big guys are going, well, that's against what we want. So that's where we're at the moment. The little guys are offering better content and more consistent content, and the big guys want money. And the big guys are losing because people are realizing the indies a bit. And that's why monetization is actually going up, because they need to make up those losses. And eventually it's going to hit its peak. It's going to hit its point where it's not sustainable. And I think a good example of that actually is Overwatch 2. I think Overwatch 2, I don't think people realize this, is actually more significant what's happened recently with Overwatch 2 than that people realize. As Overwatch 2 was completely gambling on the idea that people will keep paying for a game over and over again, with very, very limited content updates or changes. And that started to go down. They started losing money. They scrapped the PvE because they know that the PvE doesn't bring in a lot of money, even though they don't realize that it will give them legs to the game if they added that PvE. They don't care. They're milking that system. And The Sims, I love The Sims too. Don't get me wrong. I've got Sims expansion packs over here. I've got the original Sims Unleashed. I've got Sims 2, Sims 3. I've got a lot of Sims stuff. You know what I didn't need to pay for? Sims 1 and Sims 2? All the little packs that have come out. I think someone worked out if you added up all the packs, it costs hundreds of dollars. I never needed to pay hundreds of dollars for The Sims. I liked it when it was just Maxis, it wasn't EA. And that's why Sims is losing and games like Paralives is coming out. Because people got sick of it. And you know what's happening? They're not changing their model. So you know what? More and more people are moving away from it. And all it's going to take is one of those games being really good to really change everything. That's all it's... I think we're at a prime position right now where there's going to be one indie game, and Fortnite did this last time, right? Yes, Fortnite's with Epic. But it's going to be a similar thing, but without being attached to a big brand. That's all it's going to take, is that one game that shows everyone how it's done. And we've seen games like that have changed the industry. We've got, and these aren't always like for like, but World of Warcraft changed the MMO genre. Halo changed the first-person shooter on consoles. Fortnite changed the battle royale kind of genre. And because that was around before. Just Fortnite, took out a level. I think right now we're prime for a game to come along that isn't about microtransactions, any of that, and I think it's gonna ruin things. I mean, another game, Path of Exile, caused Diablo to change a lot because they were doing things right and they were losing people because they had such a monopoly on it. They had such monopoly on that genre. I mentioned Path of Exile because it's a New Zealand game company, mainly. But they did. They changed it. Sims is all for a cash grab at this point. Stopped playing shortly after The Sims 4 came out. Yeah. I'm excited about Paralives, but I think what's happening now is that all these games are coming out, or all these games are in development at the moment. They need to start hitting. Because what's going to happen is the industry has been given a scare right now. They see all these indie developers coming along, and they're like, all right, we need to make some positive changes. And what will happen, they'll make little positive changes here and there, and that will be just enough to keep in the good graces with people. Instead of, you want Paralives to come out now and just completely show EA, this is how you make a Sims game. And really make them rethink everything before Sims 5. Because I don't want the Sims to die. I'm going to be completely honest. I don't want the Sims to die, but they need a kick up the ass. They definitely need a kick up the ass about it. I mean, what's the real difference between these two bushes, right? Not even that much. Even Mario Kart hoped for the expansion pack, hopped on the expansion pack thing, yeah. And that's the thing. I'm a big fan of Disney's Speedstorm, and I get that from the same company that's causing half the problems. But it also will cause them to rethink if people start to move. I don't think people have this brand loyalty thing, and this has come up a lot since the whole Twitch thing. And they make it seem like you have to stick to one option. And I think this also I hate to do this, and I'm sorry everyone, but it does also tie in with politics as well. People get stuck in this idea of, this is how things need to... this is the side I'm on, and I can't change. And the funniest thing is, you get people that say, I love politics. I love following all that stuff. I love it, but I'm X. And there could be Republican, Democrat. Over here, we don't have Republican, Democrat. We have like Labour, National, ACT. We have a lot of parties with, Greens. We've got something called Top Party. We have a lot of different parties, but the ironic thing is they forget the whole point of politics is choosing the one you want to side with rather than just dead set on one by default. The whole point of politics is to look at your options and go, all right, between bucket A, bucket B, bucket C, bucket D, I think bucket C represents me the best in this particular election cycle. And it's the same with video games. Funny enough, you go, all right, which games do I believe that, represent me? Right now, Sims doesn't represent how I like to play The Sims. But I don't have an alternative. What's the alternative? How can I show them that I like The Sims, but I don't like this version of The Sims? Now, you could play the old Sims, but believe it or not, EA has a very good habit of not allowing you to play the old versions legally. So you have to bring up your own discs if you want to do that. And this is why they take away the old versions of games. Because they don't want you to play the old version of the games. They want you to play this new version of the games. And the only way that can change is to go outside of that particular franchise and go towards games that, you do believe in. And it's the same with Twitch and Kick. A lot of people go Twitch only because of XYZ or Kick only because of XYZ. No, you should look at it and go, right now, I believe Twitch isn't doing right by what this genre is, the streaming genre. They have such monopoly on it, and they've got literally no reason to change, that they're pretty much doing whatever they want, and there's nothing no one would do about it. Then Kick came along and said, you know what? We're going to do things a little bit differently. Yes, the only way to fund this is through gambling. And yes, in some countries that is definitely frowned upon and illegal. In New Zealand, it's legal, but it is heavily regulated. You can't advertise gambling online. So gambling advertisement in New Zealand, it's technically illegal. So by the algorithm, Kick can't actually advertise gambling here unless they get sued. They're not sued, they'll get fined heavily by the government if they don't region lock ban those ads. So, like in my country, it's a little bit different than it would be in other countries. Is you're not going to have ads if you're based in New Zealand, because there was a recent controversy on YouTube of there was a company called Bet365 or something like that was advertising betting on YouTube, and the ad was everywhere. They had overblown their advertising budget, but it was everywhere, and it became national news. And they nearly got fined heavily by the government until they came out and took it down. They even had to release a statement apologizing and all that stuff. So there is regulation you can do with that kind of stuff that doesn't make it as bad. But from my understanding, the stake on the Kick side of things, they don't actually put advertisements for stake in the advertisements you would normally get on a Twitch channel. Because apparently they don't need to, because they earn enough money. So everyone's like saying, "Oh, advertises gambling." It doesn't actually advertise it. The only thing that it does is that only things that it's doing at the moment is it's sponsored by Stake, and it has a gambling section that's a little bit more looser on the rules. And I'm not saying that's right or wrong. I'm just saying that that's the facts. A lot of people saying it's advertising it to people. It's not. It's advertising it to a different degree. It's not showing ads on screen for kids, for instance. And it won't be able to do that in this country. So anyway, that's beside the point. We've pretty much got two businesses streaming right now. One of them has a monopoly and can pretty much do what they want, and they have been, and taking money from people who are actually making them money. Essentially, that's what creators doing. And then you got Kick coming along and saying, "Hey, we've seen the business model you guys are running off. You're making a hell of a lot, but you're not giving a lot back. We're going to do a similar thing and see what goes." I definitely get it all comes down to money at the end of the day. Money makes the world go round, unfortunately. It does. And let's be honest, the only reason that streaming is as big as it is because people got paid for it. I mean, that's the end of the day. I mean, I have, and this is not bragging, this is just me stating a fact. I have a decent job. And the chances of this streaming being at the same level is very unlikely. So this is not definitely a money thing. But some people do this now as they want a career. They do their research and are trying to develop their own brand, and they have all this advice, and that's why you get people doing very gimmicky things all the time when you go to channels. This is why I don't like doing those things, because I think one of the things I hate is when I go to someone's channel during a raid. Like, this is just one example. And my ADHD is going nuts at the moment, so I'm really going off all over the show. So just rein me in if you need to. But one thing I really don't like doing, the reason why I don't do it, is when you raid someone's channel, they stop the stream to advertise themselves. That's not why you're raiding someone. You're not raiding someone for an advertisement. You're raiding someone because this person is enjoyable to watch. And so don't stop the stream. You shouldn't want to stop the stream either. This is your opportunity to just keep going with the fun. And the people that have been watching you up to that point should just keep being able to enjoy it. Instead, they have to give it, a couple minute advertisement of you talking about what you're doing. And, you do you, and you can do whatever you want. But for me personally, that's a little bit off-putting. Because I don't know you. Most of the time, I don't know you. If I'm watching a stream and then they're raiding someone else, I don't know the person typically that's being raided. I just want to see what you do, and you show me what you can do. Or not what you can do, what you like. But no, I have to wait now 5 minutes for you to kind of put all your socials out there and tell me what you do and what you kind of stream. And some people like that, and that's fine. But I remember going to a stream once, and they spent about 20 minutes talking about Zelda when they were doing a Dreamlight Valley stream. Like, they didn't even move in the game. They just... I remember going to the stream, and they was talking about Zelda for like a good 5-10 minutes. And I was like, dude, yeah, I get your raid and get you're trying to push it out there, all good, but I want to watch what you're doing right now. It really puts me on worse. They have a when they have a proper channel. I don't even have one. I don't even have one of those. I find it cringe. I mean, I get why they do it. I just think I think it's counterproductive with what they're trying to achieve. I also agree with this. Raid videos kind of bug me. So people have raid videos. I didn't realize that. I haven't seen too many of those. I have people doing their spiel. Like, they just have the spiel about it. And I get it, because this is their opportunity to grab in people. And, look, some of you here would have found me due to a raid. So there's nothing. Like, Yasmin, you're a good example. You found me because of Sarah's raid, from my understanding. So, raid's not bad. I just don't think people need to make it feel like you need to sell yourself. You should be able to sell yourself by just being you. And it doesn't need to be organic. And I think that's the problem with how things have become, is that it's become very formulaic. And that's why I try and avoid it. The problem is some people say they like it. And so I'm torn. I'm like, I don't like doing it, but I know some people kind of like that kind of quick little spiel. So I sometimes do it, like, don't really do it. I kind of just make fun of it. I don't know. I'm a bit in between. Oh, thank you, Haley. Hope it's Haley. Hey, Haley. G'day. Welcome. They're like another gimmick people do. Like when they get a follow, they go, "Oh, hey, Haley. Yeah, Haley. Welcome to the." I know we don't really have a family name, but welcome to the XX family. Thanks for becoming a cutie, whatever they call it. I don't know. I don't know what we'd call us. I call ourselves Daves, but everyone's a Dave here. So, welcome to being a Dave. I've been here for 2 minutes. I can already tell you're no bullshit. Oh, thanks, Haley. I am bullshit though. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. This was a complete fabrication. Everything I said was made up. Technically, it is technically made up. I don't have a script. Anyway, I get why they give a short or gritting introduction when someone raids, but there's a limit to how much you should be doing, and it gets annoying. I agree. And it stops the momentum, right? Because like when you raid someone, you're doing it because you like their stream and like what they do. You don't want them to stop, and it feels counterproductive. Like, all right, what I want, and I get the irony right now, because I literally stopped everything I did to rant about something about people stopping playing the game, and I completely get the irony. No one needs to point it out. But yeah, it's just keep going, and that's why when people raid me, I tend to try and just say, acknowledge the raid, because it's very thankful, and I'm probably not very good at doing that as well. I should be giving them a shout out too. And I try and move on from it, but I feel sometimes that maybe that's not what they want when someone raids me. They want the show. I personally don't. But I don't know if the other person knows that. And I don't know if other raiders do that. I should definitely do the shout out, and I am very bad at doing that. And I think I just get caught up with just doing stuff, so I really need to start doing those shout outs a lot more. And I feel terrible afterwards, because it's one of those ADHD things that, you realize in hindsight what you did, and you just feel horrible. So that happens to me quite often, and I need to figure out a better way of doing it. I think it's because I don't have the alert on. Like I was saying with the followers. If someone follows, it goes doing and all that stuff. With raiding, it just happens, and I haven't set up alert because initially I didn't really get raided. So, oh, there's the aquarium. Finally, I was trying to find the goddamn aquarium. Where do I want the aquarium? How about there? And where would I want the table? Maybe I'll put the table. I'll put the table here. But yeah, make sure you remind me to shout people out if someone does raid the channel, and if I forget, because it's something I definitely need to do better. But I guess that's also the part of the, so this is what a streamer is like when a person raids someone new. It's part of the experience, good or bad. Yeah, but I'm not gonna do that. Like, I'm not gonna do the whole spiel. I don't need people to. I mean, I tell people how often I play this game. Like, if I want, like, the closest thing to a spiel I'll do is if someone raids and go, "Oh, hi everyone, I play Dreamlight Valley 7 to 8 days a week. You either like me or you hate me. I'm also a bit of a dick." Well, I have a shout out. I do have something like that, don't I? I'm pretty sure that that Dark set up a command for that in my Nightbot. Yes, that's right. I am so bad, I get my mods to set up commands for me. Command. There is a command that we've set up for it. We've got the Damn It Dave command. Raid. Yes, I do have something set up. So if I go raid, I have that. Hopefully, yeah, there we go. So I've got a raid thing set up. I don't know if I love to random banter though. I just end up doing it. I don't know if that counts. I don't think I can. I don't think I actually have anything else I need to put into this area. Oh, elemental. What have I got for elemental? I hate these two items. I hate the drop pillar more. I don't like the drop pillar. The drop pillar doesn't look like good quality. It would have looked cool if there was some kind of animation on it. Alright, we're going to keep elemental there for now. Rants and bans. Yeah, rants and bans. But yeah, I definitely need to get better at shouting people out when they do raid me, but I don't know, that's just one thing that grinds me slightly is the spiel. And I don't want anyone to feel like if you stream that you can't do it. Because like you do you. It doesn't really matter what I say. I'm a dumb New Zealander that, you know, streams the same game over and over again. I'm not someone that you should be taking streaming advice from. I'm just saying really how I would do things going forward. And I think also that's probably partly the reason I don't think I will ever become a top streamer, you could say. Because I'm not going to be doing all the gimmicky stuff. And it sounds like in order to become successful, you have to do all the gimmicky stuff. And I don't want to do all that. And I get that may cost me, but you know, life is too short to dance for someone else. That's actually a good line. Life is too short to dance for someone else. I'm gonna use that line. I don't know if that's an actual line or whether you've done that. I've done that brain thing where I've stolen a quote from someone, but that feels like an original quote. So I'm keeping it. Life is too short to dance for someone else. Yeah. Maybe not that'd be good. It just sounds good in my brain. I just got the drop thing, was disappointed it didn't move or do anything. Like it's the small world pillar. No, the small world pillar does more things. It annoys the hell out of me. Because it makes noise. It makes the same noise, so if you put down multiple, each one of them have its own track. So you can't turn, if you want to turn the music off, you have to turn off each, don't even get me started on the small world palette. It drives me nuts every time. Like, if we go right here, you know how crazy it makes me? I'm going to show you how crazy this makes me. This is, I'm going to turn off the music, just so we can experience this together. This music is the reason why this area I hate. Like, I can turn it off. So I can turn this off. But you can hear them in the background. Because I've placed them everywhere. So there's no way for me to turn them all off without deleting all of them. And I don't want to delete all of them. But it's driving me up the wall. So I can turn them off. But they turn back on automatically as well. So they don't stay off. So the drop pillar is better only because it doesn't play this goddamn annoying music over and over again. I mean, the music's fine for a little bit until every time you come to the zone as much as I do. So you can turn them off, but every time you get close to them, they turn back on. Sorry. I've realized that I ranted so much that I don't have enough time to do the news segment. I'm going to have to do another stream later today. Damn it. Yeah, small world rage, yeah. Damn it, I've run out of time to do the news. So yeah, I'm going to have to do a special stream later today. I'm sorry, everyone. I'll do it later tonight, going over the news. Apologize. So even though the stream says this, I'm not going to have time to do it because it's going to take me longer than 10 minutes to do. God damn ADHD. Oh. It's really frustrating. And I'm not sure when it's going to be, by the way. It will just be random, and I'll just start doing it. It'll probably be when all you're asleep, so... I'm sorry. I would just do it now, but I have to go to work in 10 minutes, and that's why I have... With my morning streams, the one I do here, I have to end them on time. The way later tonight will be morning after. Yeah, exactly. And that's why I tell people, because I mean, I will chop it up and put it on my YouTube page like I normally do. I do that every week anyway, so when I record, I like doing it live just because some people point out things I miss. So that's one of the reasons I like doing it, but I can't believe I missed... ADHD. And I know it's not everyone's cup of tea as well. With my news of the week, I just like doing it. And funny enough, it is one of the most watched things on my YouTube channel as well. So, and I don't get a lot of people watching stuff, so I like doing it. I'm just trying to justify doing it, but to be honest, I just like doing it. I shouldn't even need to be trying to justify it. I just like doing it. Nice. Well, I'm not sure when I'll do it. I'll probably do it sooner rather than later, and I'll probably go on for about 2 hours stream. And I'll try and do it in a reasonable time. It won't be at my normal time. And that's all I can say, because I did tell my partner that, you know, I won't be streaming over the weekend, so need to do it really quick. But I do appreciate it, everyone, especially those that were looking forward to it and a little bit disappointed. But I mean, if you just want a quick overview, it's basically Pride Week and all the shirts you could redeem, a couple of tweets about the game, and nothing about the Moonstones. And the prices of the Moonstones... Oh, sorry, the prices of the items and equivalent to its money, because it is the prices are still quite high. And I think one of the news stories is actually about the lack of communication and news that we've had from from Gainloft about the Moonstone issue. That's a story in itself. Because it feels like they're just chugging along, full steam ahead, hoping it'll just die away. And that sucks. It does feel like but it does harken back to what I was saying before, is that something feels like it's changed. They either are caring less about the community, or they really have cut back on the conversations they're having with the community. And I think I want to say it lined it up around about that community event. That feels like the turning point. Alright, we need to check more down here. Some fur? Fur? Is it fur? And we need some. We need some toys, eh? We need some toys, so let's start checking these toys down. I do like the raccoon area though, it's definitely a lot bigger. And it just feels like a lot more going on. What else can I put down? I'll put some of these actually. Oh, these have to go in the water. Hey, Emily! How are you doing? I'm actually about 5 minutes away from finishing for the day too. Caught you at the end. Are you streaming by any chance? You should go stream. Then I can just chuck all these people to you. Because you're a good sort. And you stream for a very long time. And you're the one of the more popular Dreamlight Valley streamers too. In terms of watch time. You're always on near the top of the list. No, you have the appointment. Ah. Well, good luck for your appointment. Whatever it is. What else can I don't really have anything else I can kind of pop down. That arc is actually pretty cool. So I'll just throw a little one that it's not really anywhere I can put it. Does that look too out of place? Put that there, why not? Yeah, Emily Dreamers, she streams for like 8-9 hours playing Dreamlight Valley. We've had a lot of good banter between each other, so I would say if you want a good Dreamlight Valley streamer, definitely hit up Emily. She's one of the top ones. She's about as crazy as I am when it comes to... She's even started a new save file with Dreamlight Valley. She's got 2. She loves Dreamlight Valley so much, she started 2 save files. That's dedication. That's very much dedication. Alright. I think that'll be good enough. So there we go. So that's my Pixar area. All done. So to give a quick tour before we sign off on the day. This is my new Toy Story area. Now, the whole idea of these new areas is to give a little bit more room to grow. So as I get more items, as I unlock certain items that I haven't got yet, we've got some area to place them in. But yeah, that's my Toy Story area. And this is my Ratatouille area. Now, the reason why the seats look a bit separate is because I actually want them to sit on them. if you put them too close like here, then they can't sit on it. So you want to put a little bit of a gap there so you can just randomly see people sitting on it. And so I've got a little kitchen area for them as well. A little bit more fleshed out. Yeah, that's the Ratatouille area there. Here is my raccoons. Now I have noticed in edit mode you can't see the raccoons walking around anymore, but it's a lot bigger than it was before, and it's connected to Wally's little area, which leads us to here. So this is Wally's area here. It's actually a little bit small, so if Eve ever unexpectedly pops along, don't really have room for her yet, but we can readjust that. But I like Wally's little area connected here that kind of leads to the big one over here. I like that. It feels a lot more like, I don't know if anyone saw it before. It was a lot more cramped before. Before I did the remodel. And now it just looks so much more spacious because I've actually used all the space. And that was one of the key things. Oh, I've got some dead space here. Let's quickly find a rock. Do I have a rock? Oh yeah, we've got. Put some rocks here. We've got rocks here, and we'll put a tree here. There we go. Cool. Anyway, and this is the new hub that we have for Pixar World. Now we've got little things spread throughout the hub to represent other movies. So we've got a little hidden panda behind there. Little red panda there. Ooh, up here. Yeah, sorry. Red panda there. We've got the memory randomizer, which is I really like it. I like the idea that randomize all the memories, and you can just walk past it and see a different memory. Got some couches from Red, cars, incredible stuff. Coco. Got the aquarium. It's not actually listed as Finding Nemo, but it is the Finding Nemo one. We've got a few dedicated shrines. So we've got the Monsters Inc. one, which we know is eventually going to be added. We've got Elemental here as well, just because I don't really have a place for them and I kind of want to hide them away. So it's kind of there. And we also now have the spring section, or the Easter section is here. I think we need a bit of fleshing out here, but yeah, this is the Easter section that will always be here if I ever need it. And it's kind of retired for the year. Whoop. So you could say, oh, over here. Yeah, the Eastern section is retired for the year. Yeah. But hey, it's there. It's there. And the last section here is Frozen. Actually, we'll go into edit mode because it's easier to see. And this is the Frozen section. This section took the most hits, you could say, in terms of trimming down the size. I did have it all the way out to here before, but it feels like they didn't have that many items to justify it anymore. I didn't even want them in this section anyway, and I've managed to fit everything in there. So it's cut down a bit, but still, it still hits the purpose that I need it for. And yeah, that's the Pixar section. So now we've done the Christmas section, we've done the Pixar section, we've done the new storage and forage plaza section, we've done the 3D Disney section with the new candy house, by the way. Thanks again, Threeser, for the donation. Whoa, get over here. What's the keyboard? There we go. And that's going to be the Wreck-It Ralph kind of section. Moana. And we've done the Disney and Friends section as well. So, we've got 3 more sections to go. We've got the Halloween section. So this is going to be the next project. So next week, we're going to be working on this. And really make it really Halloween-y, because that's something I've always wanted to do. We've got you get quite a lot of Halloween stuff. So I really want to flesh this out. And it's only, what, 4 months to Halloween? So we're going to get more Halloween stuff as well, so it'd be good to have that section good to go. And we've got the 2D Disney section as well that we need to remodel. This is going to be the biggest project. If you notice, the Little Mermaid section's gone because I've actually needed to move them down here. So the 2D section is kind of creeping into Dazzle Beach now, but that should give me a little bit more room. So this is going to be a bit of a mission here. And then finally we'll have Dazzle Beach as the final one, and this is going to be like a hangout spot for everybody. So this is going to be a mash. Just going to be a combination of a lot of things. But the idea is to still have a little turtle section, but also a little bit of a merry-go-round ferry kind of section too. So anyway, that's all day for you for today. And we're going to wrap things up. So again, apologies for the news. I'll be on sometime later today to do the news. And I don't know how long I'll be on, but it will be nice and quick. But I want to thank everyone for this week and for watching. It's been a really great, amazing week, as always. A lot of new people popping along. A lot of old faces popping along. I'm just stalling for time here. Because I don't want to go to work, let's be honest. But thanks all for watching. Thanks Emily for joining at the end there. Thanks Carly. Thanks River. Thanks Dina. Thanks Theresa again for the donation. I'm going to keep on saying it until I forget. Thanks Yasmin. Thanks Haley for the follow earlier out there. It's good to have a new face. Thanks Dana again for coming along. Who else have I got? Thanks Lily for being the first one comment today. Thanks Skamom as always. And I think that was it. Anyone I forgot? Oh, thanks Mr. Tanker for earlier as well. Yeah, have a good. I'll be back on randomly, and I'll probably be at the wrong time frame for everyone. So I want everyone to have a really good weekend and enjoy yourself. And as I said, in about 2 weeks, I will be taking 2 weeks of leave. So you no longer will have 2-hour streams of me. You'll probably have about 4 or 5 hour streams. So that's going to happen sometime. But I do want to play other games as well. So I'm going to use this as a bit of a testing ground. So if you've got any recommendations for any games, reach out to me on Discord. We're getting a list together at the moment, but I kind of want to give a good 6 hours on stream to a game I've never played before. So that will be a lot of fun. Now let's chuck to somebody that... How about this person? We'll go for this person. Because they're British. Only because they're British. Switch over to... I'm so bad at rating people. I'm sure there's a smarter way of doing this, but... there we go. Alright, we're going to raid this person. Just go in there, make their day. That's all... When we raid someone, just go in there, make someone smile. And stay if you want to. They're playing Dreamlight Valley, and based off what the screenshot is, looks like they're rather new, possibly. So go harass them in the nicest way possible. And until next time, until next week everyone, kia ora.